Hi everyone, welcome to Math Q&A. This is the first lesson into arithmetic series. We have talked that a series is a sequence of numbers defined by a rule that are being added. So in the previous videos we have actually discussed that a sequence of numbers that are defined by a rule are called a sequence. And we have talked about an arithmetic sequence and also a geometric sequence. We know those rules and we have defined them. Well, in this video, let's look a little bit further. Let's say now we don't just want to know those sequences or the numbers and what number what is the value of the series when you add a specific term. Let's say, what if we decide to sum those values? Let's see what we actually end at. Well, if you go to the last video of series, we've done examples like this with a sigma. And if you look at this, you will realize that every time whenever we sum this thing, let me rather actually show you the previous example. Whenever this thing is compact and you look at this example, you see that, well, when you sum these things, at some point here, you see a series. There you are expanding the equation, but the second step every time when you start solving these things, you see a series. And you can agree with me that 2, 4, 6, if you had to go further, if this thing had to go to infinity, you will see that it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we actually are summing an arithmetic series. And the reason why I'm saying it's an arithmetic, we are summing an arithmetic sequence. The reason why I'm saying it's an arithmetic sequence is because 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have a constant difference. Okay. So we are already, and we've been summing an arithmetic sequence without us being aware. And it's finite, it's not infinite. Please note that because we are summing a finite arithmetic sequence which goes from 1 to 3, which goes from n1 up to n3. If you look at the second one again, you can realize that we are actually having 3, 5, 7. It's also arithmetic, like an arithmetic sequence, and the difference here is 2 as well. So now, and the reason why I'm saying that is because 5 minus 3 is 2, and also 7 minus 5 is 2. So we haven't really talked about the general formula of summing an arithmetic sequence, which is what you're going to do now. We're going to describe this from, so here we started out with a problem, with a sigma already, which is just like some random equation. Then we were actually breaking it. But now, how about we start with the series? Can we find this equation from this series? That's what you're going to answer in this video. Okay. Now, let me give you the equation. I will explain the derivation, and the derivation I mean the reason and the mathematical reason why we go to this equation and what it actually really means. But in short, I'm gonna say that the equation for an arithmetic sequence is Sn is equal to n over 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, let me describe this equation now. N is the nth value. So in fact, let's start from here. This Sn, it means a sum of n. And I want you to know something here, that a sum of n is not saying what is the sum of some term number. That's not how you read this thing. You say, what is the sum of all the numbers from 0 up till this number? That's how you read the sum. So when you say the sum up to 3, because we write it as S3, when you say S3, we mean what is the sum of N1, N2, and N3. When we have N10, S10 here, we mean what is the sum of the arithmetic sequence of the first term, which is N1, N2, N3, N4, all the way to N10. If you sum all those values, how much do you get? So this is what this thing means. It means the sum of all the values up till this specific value here. Now, and that value is specified by this. That means the sum of those nth values. So this is 2. This is part of the equation, so you still have the same n here again, popping again. It's just my handwriting. This is actually an A. My mistake. Sorry, this is an A. So this A means the first value of the series. The first value of the sequence. Just like we've got A also in the equation for the sequence. So this A means the first value of the sequence. Okay, but in this instance, we're talking about series. And the reason why I'm saying the series is because we are adding those values. If it's a sequence, we actually just have commas. We don't add them. So this n is the very same n here, which I was actually referring to. That is the nth value. The d now is the difference. Please take note that this is not the sum equation of any series. It's the sum equation of an arithmetic series. Okay. Now, let's take an example. Okay, let's do that in the next video. Okay, thank you.